Good morning. I'm Mrs. Johnson. I'm a literacy resource teacher in the Kimberly Area School District, and I'm here to share a couple reading tips with you that might be helpful for you when you're reading with your child at home. It's not always easy to work with your child at home and say the right things when you're reading. We want to give you a few tips that might be helpful. There are three main questions you can be thinking about when you're reading with your child at home and they're stuck. You want to think about the question, what makes sense, what looks right, and what sounds right. If you can keep those three questions in the back of your head, it would be really helpful for you when your child gets stuck. So those questions are what makes sense, what looks right, and what sounds right. So I'm going to share a couple of those with you today that'll be helpful for you. This book is called Baby Panda, and it's a book that a kindergartner might be reading at this time of year. So let's go inside here. Mother panda and baby panda are in and let's say the child gets stuck on this word, snow. It's our first instinct to say sound it out. And that's how we were taught to read, and it's pretty normal for us to say that. But we want to try to stay away from saying sound it out, because research is showing that a lot of times when we say sound it out, our kids are sounding it out and then they're forgetting the story. They're forgetting the storyline, they're forgetting what they're reading about because they're spending so much time sounding that word out. So we want to go back to those three questions: what makes sense, what looks right, and what sounds right. So when the child says, mother panda and baby panda are in and they're stuck and they're going, you can say, what makes sense? They're in and then hopefully the child will use the pictures. We always want them to use the pictures, especially in kindergarten, because it's very helpful for them. So then they probably will say snow. Okay, and it makes sense, it looks right, and it sounds right. So baby panda, they're in the snow. And you always want to make sure you're talking about the story too and say, oh, it does look like they're in the snow. Let's find out what else happens. Oh, no. And then your child gets stuck on that word. This word is a kindergarten word, and don't ask them to sound that one out. If they're stuck on it, you might say, do you know that word? Or you might say a word that looks like that word, or you can just give it to them. Look at baby panda. So it's okay to give your child the word. Mother panda is looking for baby panda. There she is. Mother panda is looking in and the child might say woods, or the child might say forest, but then you can say, make it look right, or does that look right? And then you want them to make it look right, sound right, and make sense. They're in and they can get it started by going true. And usually when they get the word started, it just falls right out. True. Oh, they're in the trees. We always teach the kids that at school. When you get that word started, it's like falling out of your mouth because it just makes sense. Mother panda is looking up and your child gets stuck on this word. You want them to look at the picture again, and then you want to say what makes sense. They're looking up lots of times it'll fall right out, or get it started, up falls right out of your mouth, hill, because it makes sense, it looks right, and it sounds right. Then your child gets stuck on this. This is one of those words that is a familiar word. It's almost like almost on all the pages. So it might be a word you give them, or what you might do is say, they're asking a question. So that word is where. Where is baby panda? We always want to make sure our kids know that those question words are going to be who, what, where, when, how, and why. Mother panda is looking down the hill. And there's that word again. Where is baby panda? She's worried about him. Baby panda is, let's say your child gets stuck on this word, is, you can say get it started, and then it'll probably pop right out. So get it started. And let's say they don't get it there, then you can say, what makes sense? Think about the story. And lots of times when they think about the story and what makes sense, they're saying he's down in the snow or looking at the picture. A big cat can see baby panda. Lots of times the student will say lion there, and then you can use that prompt Does that look right? Does that look like the word lion? And then they'll get it started and go cat, because it doesn't look right when you say lion. Mother panda sees baby panda and the big cat. Mother panda, let's say a child gets stuck there. Get it started. Mother panda might fall out, runs, or you can even say, that looks like the word fun or sun. Some of those simple words that your student or your child knows, and use the word sun to get to run. So Mother panda runs down the hill. Sometimes knowing a word that looks like that word is helpful as well. Let's hope this baby panda's safe. The big cat sees Mother panda coming. The big cat runs away. Thank goodness, right? And then here's how the story ends. Baby panda is, and lots of times the reader might say soft. And that makes sense. But then you want to use, does it look right? Make it look right. Baby panda is, and then if they think about the story, think about how the author might have ended the story based on everything that happened. Baby panda is safe. That makes sense, looks right, and sounds right. So again, a few of the strategies to be thinking about. Asking what makes sense, what sounds right, and what looks right. Sharing with them that they can use the pictures to help them read, and to also be thinking about those words they know to help them get to other words. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to your child's classroom teacher. Have a great day.